Hey friends, welcome back once again to the Guitar Max channel, and I have yet another beautiful, affordable guitar. So have you heard of Shijie guitars? If you've been watching my channel, then I know you've heard of them because this is actually the second Shijie guitar that I've checked out. The one I had before was a couple years ago, and it was a really beautiful Strat style guitar. This one obviously is modeled after a Telecaster, and guys, I'm going to try my hardest in this video to convey the level of craftsmanship in this guitar. Now, as you might guess from the name, this is a Chinese company. This guitar is made in China, but this is not just a sort of cheap beginner type guitar. This is a really beautifully made high-end Chinese guitar, kind of along the lines of a company like Eastman. I'll show you guys some close-ups here, and we'll get into the specs in a second, but just looking at the fretwork on its own, this guitar has some of the most beautiful fretwork that I've seen on any guitar that's under $1,000. And really, in all seriousness, this guitar has just some of the best fretwork I've seen, period, regardless of the price. And hopefully you can get an idea from these close-up shots here. These are nice, big, tall, jumbo frets, and they are just beautifully finished. Now, it doesn't hurt that these frets are on a really nice roasted maple fretboard and neck. And one of my favorite things is, to have a really nice satin finish on the neck like this one does. It's so smooth and really nice fret ends, kind of a rolled edge to the fretboard. Such a comfortable neck. Now, let me run through the full specs of this guitar. So it's an alder body. Like I said, it has the roasted maple neck on it, 22 frets, jumbo frets, and both the vintage style tuners and the bridge are from Wilkinson. It's a 25.5-inch scale length, like you would expect, with a 12-inch radius on the fretboard, a bone nut, and it also has a dual action truss rod, which you can adjust here at the neck pocket, which I always love. So you don't have to screw around with any truss rod covers or anything like that. And even look at the back here. Look at that really nice carved corner on that neck joint. Now, there's one big thing with this guitar, which really tells you that it is a step above, or a couple steps, of a lot of other sort of mid-range guitars. And that is that when you play it without it being plugged in, if you just listen to the acoustic sound of an electric guitar, it's very resonant, okay? This is a very acoustically loud electric guitar. Now, of course, you never really play it like that, but you can feel the vibrations in the wood in the guitar. Most cheap guitars and, kind of entry-level and even a lot of mid-range guitars, they just have sort of a dead resonance to them. But this, this guitar, you play it, feels like the guitar is alive. So price-wise, this guitar is like $799. It's around 800 bucks, and that includes a really nice gig bag that I'm going to show you in a second here. But one thing about buying these guitars is a couple years ago when I first checked out Shijie guitars, the ordering process was kind of a pain. They had the company website, and it was a little bit clunky to use and everything. Since then, they've really fixed that up because now you can just go on Reverb and buy one of these right off of there. It's way easier, and obviously Reverb is a reputable company and they have got, guarantees on there and so forth. So there's a lot more peace of mind rather than ordering through, like a Chinese website that you've never used or heard of before. Okay, so the other thing I really want to point out with this, because it's, it's included with the guitar and it's just really well done, is this gig bag here. And normally a gig bag is nothing to really write home about, but this one is honestly one of the best gig bags I've ever seen. I mean, this is really thick and sturdy and solid. I mean, it feels like it's been reinforced in different areas. Obviously, you have the backpack straps and the handles and the pockets and all this kind of stuff. But if you look on the inside here, it's got this great neck pad right here, that's carved out there. And so the neck just sits right in there. And then you put that flap over there, which connects with Velcro and everything. So it keeps the guitar from sliding around or anything like that. There's even this extra piece here, this insert, and you can change where that is, but it can go like right up at the top there if you want to get some extra protection right onto the tip of the headstock. And they even include all kinds of extra little swag stuff inside here. I'll open this up and show you guys this, but they've got this cool, you know, they've got the truss rod, or not, sorry, yeah, the truss rod adjustment, the bar for that, and a little Allen wrench to adjust your saddles, and it's got a pick and stuff, but they even have this cool little wooden, I guess it's, you know, sort of like a pick holder or something like that for your desk. You know, it's just carved out. And this isn't like optional things, you know, it's just these fun little things that are included along with the guitar. If you really are a traveling musician, I mean, people that do like, you know, regional touring, or if they fly with the guitar and that kind of stuff, a gig bag like this is really what you want, because hard cases, they do a good job protecting the instrument, but they're usually just too bulky to travel with. This is the kind of thing you could take this on an airplane, or, you know, you can walk with it, but it's still easy to manage and easy to move around. And even though it's really sturdy and thick and all these cool things, it's still relatively lightweight. Okay, but enough about the gig bag. And honestly, a guitar, you know, that looks great and has cool specs, that's really nice, but if it doesn't sound good, then you can just forget about it. Okay, but I want you to hear these pickups. I want you to hear the tone of the instrument, especially on some medium gain tones and even some clean tones, which, you know, I don't do too much clean playing, but I think on this guitar, I'm feeling inspired to play some jazz chords. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get into the demo, but real quick, as always, if you enjoy videos like this and checking out cool new affordable guitars and staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, I'll go ahead and plug this in. I'll give you a few different tones, and we'll run through the different pickup settings and so forth, and let's listen to how this guitar sounds. Okay guys, so that is the sound of the Shijie TLV Classic. Now first of all, with the playability of this guitar, I can't say enough about the neck and fretwork. It's just really, really well done. And to be honest, there are a lot of good companies these days that make affordable guitars with nice frets. But one thing I really like about this is these are like big jumbo frets, which I love. You know, it makes the guitar responsive and just easier to play. And even some of the nice fretwork that some other companies are doing, they're still using relatively small frets. And these frets, these are like the nice big frets that you're going to find on like an Ibanez or a Jackson or some shred guitar like that. And guys, tell me what you thought about the sound of this guitar. You know, I tried to do a little bit more clean playing than I normally do, you know, to really give you some very sweet tones, the nice tones that you can get out of this guitar. And, you know, even though it's got a standard Telecaster style pickup arrangement and control layout, I mean, it's just such a nice sounding guitar. Certainly, probably not a guitar that you're going to be doing a lot of high gain metal playing on, although you could if you really wanted to. But certainly, this guitar is more well suited to kind of medium to low gain to just completely clean playing. And yeah, guys, those clean tones, especially with the neck pickup on this guitar, it's such a beautiful, sweet, pure sounding tone. Now, guys, I really want to hear from some other Shijie owners out there, because I know this is a brand, you know, it's a relatively new brand, and this is a brand that I know a lot of people have checked out. I know a lot of people have bought these guitars, but at the same time, I feel like there's an even larger group of people that have been curious about these guitars, but they haven't quite gone for it yet. And I think part of that, from before at least, was because of, you know, these guitars were a little bit difficult to order in the past, but now that they have these available on Reverb, I really don't think there's any reason to be hesitant about buying one of these guitars. I mean, you're certainly not going to get ripped off with one of these. It's definitely a guitar that just a lot of care and careful execution went into the manufacturing of this guitar, and it really feels like that. And I think it sounds like that too. They chose the right parts, right? The right pickups with the right hardware and the right woods. And it all comes together really, really nicely to make a beautiful guitar. And yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking for a Telecaster style guitar that's faithful to a traditional Telecaster, but still, you know, it's going to give you like these really beautiful jumbo frets and the roasted maple neck and fretboard. You know, it's going to give you some modern appointments. And yet, to be totally honest, I like a lot of Fender stuff, of course. You know, I've got a HM Strat that I absolutely love, but I don't really think you're going to get, you know, this kind of quality and features from Fender at the same price. You know, I just don't see it happening. You're going to have to be spending quite a bit more to get something similar. Okay guys, but again, let me know what you thought of this guitar down in the comments section below, and also I would really love to hear from any other Shijie owners out there, again, in the comments section. Let us know, you know, what you thought of the guitar, how it has held up over the time that you've had it, and just your general ownership experience. It's really useful for me to hear that stuff and for the other people that are watching the video. Okay guys, there's going to be links down in the video description below. I'll have a link for the guitar, also for the amplifier I was using. That was the Fender GTX 100. And plus my social media, my latest instructional video, all that stuff will be down in the video description below. Thanks a ton for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.